Okay, twins. Twin. Okay, sorry, I'm a little silly. I just got up and only had half a cup of coffee so far, so we're halfway to silly. Yay, I am in my I am silly presence. We're going to be doing a solstice reading, just in case you tuned in and you didn't know what these cards were for. We're going to do a reading. So I was called to pull the healing deck. This was the first deck I ever got from a Virgo, actually, who I was with for 9 years. My twin's also a Virgo. His mother was a Leo. But she was a massage therapist. My twin went to school for massage therapy. Just kind of just sitting idle with that education, but that's what happens with a lot of us. We explore something, or we do it because our parents his dad's a holistic doctor, so he might have felt pressure to go in that direction. So this deck kind of holds the energy a little bit of my twin flame before I even met him, years before. So yeah, this is the first deck I ever got. It was sitting out in her garage with the Mensa deck, which is so fun. I've mastered all those puzzles. They're very, very fun. And especially like in the wintertime. And so this was the other deck that she gave me. In a foot bath, just different things sitting in the garage. I'm like, you ever use this? Here, I'll take it. I'll use it. So these cards are actually the first cards I ever had before I even learned tarot or anything. So you can see the transformation, the healing butterfly. Okay. We're going to be using the Heindel Tarot deck. Sorry about the glare. Good twin flame deck too. Didn't even realize that when I bought it. Ace of Wands is on the back. So boom, the two coming together. The blue and the red, creating the violet, which is the golden. And then Ganesha, we love Ganapati. So it was cool. Called to pull. I was cooled. I was palled. I was cooled to Paul. I was called to pull those two oracle decks and this tarot deck. So just want to kind of keep it simple. And this deck does have 2 blank cards. So, but I usually just leave them out. Because we're keeping it simple. I don't want to get too creative here. So, just in case this was... look at what wanted to come out. Ace of Cups. And the Chariot. Fool was on the bottom. Being your true, organic, authentic self comes from integrating your own energies. The Chariot card, being balanced in your masculine and feminine within, the Merkaba. And then the Ace of Cups is the Holy Grail, the love of God. So knowing God's love really balances you out and helps you to rediscover your true self. So, and only God's love can do that. It's a transformative love. Whatever kind of higher being, whoever created you, whatever you believe in, okay? I say God to keep it simple. So, let me turn this a little bit more towards the
cute little decorations and stuff and crystals on the table. Oh, look at that. Got it? You see it?
These are little pieces of shungite. These are, I might have shown these before. There were 3 that I wrapped originally. One was a nice blue one that I gave to baby daddy, which is probably lost by now. So, yeah, I just kind of organically wrapped it, and this is how it turned out. So, this is just a little piece of, I don't know, just polished rocks that came with some kind of some candles or something I bought at the thrift store. I can't remember, but I bought the copper wire and made little cages for it. Okay, so there's that one, and then there's this one, which is kind of like a nice little feminine one. Just nice, simple. These could be agate or some kind of stone, just polished, just rocks. I mean, you polish them and that's what they end up looking like. So, and then just want to show you guys, and then I have my little Shiva lingam, which is the phallus and the cosmic egg together as one, masculine and feminine. Okay, so it looks kind of egg shape as well as like a shaft. Okay. It's not devilment. Masculine, feminine, penises, vaginas, it's life. Okay? These are garnets. These are only $5 each, too. Raw, natural facets. There's 2. And this one has like a little baby growing out off of it. I don't know if you could see that little... Yeah, there we go. There's the facet. See, so those are really... I keep these right here for the twinsies, and then the ones twinsies, and then the oneness. Okay, with the Shiva lingam. So, all right. Now that I've introduced you to my table, oh, I have these little. These were from the food bank. They were like Dr. Pepper. Kombuchas or something. It was weird. Live life to the fullest and fall in love with your life. And it's called Live Kombucha. These might not have been the Dr. Pepper ones. I think they were flavored. Dr. Pepper flavor or something. So, interesting, right? So very interesting, right? I know, right? Okay. So, 8 of Cups is on the bottom. It says failure in this deck, but it's walking away. Walking away from anything that does not align with the truth, which is God's perfect love. That's the ultimate truth. Because really when we've realized, you know, how much the world can let us down, teachers, friends, family, pastors, preachers, okay, husbands, wives, children, discovering God's love it's like, Eureka! Calm down. Calm the heck down. Simmer down now. The 8 of Cups still keeps coming up there. And I do have my coffee, but it's down here on the chair, so I don't spill. Over the side of the table here. Take my little drink. Wasn't done with my coffee yet, but I felt called to do this reading before I finish that, so whatever. Feeling this good summer energy. Oh my god, it's going to be like damn near 100 degrees here. And all this next week's going to be in the 90s, so. One more Cine style. One more. Alright. 7 of Cups wanted to peek out. Maybe there's a choice that needs to be made before someone can move on and walk away. So. See, that 7 of Cups wants to come out. I'm telling you. Five of Cups. Yeah, that's why. Because they can't take this anymore. They're like, this Five of Cups, and this is just anybody, okay? This doesn't have to be twin flames. It's just this solstice energy, okay? Things are being illuminated. Masculine energy is being transformed back to God, factory standard issue, God code blueprint. And they're getting pushed to the point where they need to make a decision. They need to make a choice because they can't keep going on with... Because the Five of Cups and these karmic relationships, whatever, that is the Five of Cups. They're crying over spilt milk. You're trying to hold on to the past. And that's what these karmic relationships are all about, is transcending, being in the now and then transcending it, actually. Being in the now and then being like, well, and then it's not even, okay, boom, gone over. Like, not even... You, like, keep it moving forward, on to the next, because life keeps flowing at you. So, might as well flow with it and go with the flow, instead of being pelted, right? You're holding on to that piece of root on the side of the riverbank, and the water is rushing, and you're getting more and more fatigued. And like I've said many times, let go of the rope. Let go of the rope. It's okay. You can let go of the rope. There's no shame. Save yourself. Save yourselves. Yes, I like doing voices, and my brother and I used to imitate. Actually, I imitated my brother once and tricked my dad. Nine of Pentacles and the daughter. Okay, so maybe there's some new business stuff happening because it's the daughter of Pentacles and the Nine of... So whatever it is going to be very successful. Oh, jeez. The Hangman, which is interesting because I saw that while I was shuffling. So the Daughter of Cups, so that's the Knave of Cups. The Two of Cups, and then the Hanged Man. So waiting for this love to come in and balance us out more and bring us more harmony. Everything's a work in progress. So, and many people have said this, and I agree, that you don't have to be perfect to come into union with your twin flame. And that's not the main goal, okay? And I'm all about marriage, right? Like, this is supposed to be all with God and da-da-da. So why are we still trapped in the 3D? We just want to have sex with our twin flame. We need to be in contact. I'm doing it right. I'm taking it slow. I'm not attached to the 3D. I don't need sex. I don't need someone else's attention. I just want to shuffle those one more time because of the cards. So I just want to break that up. So, you know, we need to let go of this 3D attachment. Even nature is beautiful, right? But you can't get attached to those flowers because blooming season's going to be over. You can't get attached to all the leaves and stuff on the trees because, you know, winter's going to come. And so you're going to constantly be let down. You have to listen to your heart, what your heart's telling you. Not what your eyes perceive, what your ears audibly hear. That can all be deceiving. See, that's just to gain information so that you can form a decision. That's not the decision. Oh, what I see? Oh, boom, there it is. No, it's for you to interpret the information. Oops. Come on, crystals, I'll be falling all over the place now. Oh, man. Okay, let's see. Four of Pentacles, Two of Pentacles, Two of Swords. Peace, harmony, and the power of earth. So Two of Swords is peace. Two of Pentacles is harmony. Four of Pentacles is the power of earth. Oh, and there's another four at the bottom. Four of Wands, perfection. Okay, so Daughter of Wands in the East. Another daughter. Okay, so this is like... These cards keep flipping out, so I want to... Okay, this is going to be the last of the shuffling now. All the white light of the unified rainbow. The God grain flow, the only flow I know. Key being God. Here we go, here we grow, here we glow. So... And just the pre-shuffling kind of gives you an idea of what energies, you know, what flips out. It's kind of like the bottom of the deck card. It's like, okay, so let's just cut these now. I know I shuffled for like, what is it, 20 minutes, blabbed on and shuffled for, okay, this is the one right here. What's on the bottom? You don't even see. I see in the camera. What is that? Cruelty, 9 of Swords. Okay, and that kind of goes with my dream, which I'm not going to share because it's just private between me and my twin. So, 3 of Wands, Virtue. And that's kind of what the focus of that dream was a little bit. My son's just getting up, so I might have to go give him his little snack here. Okay, so we have 3 of Wands, Mother of Wands, so there's the Queen of Wands. There's Cali, California. See, giving birth to all of creation right here. It's interesting, that's the Shiva Lingam kind of, okay, that's the cosmic egg. Contains all the wisdom. And there's Gebnut. There's Mother of Swords. So there's the Queen of Swords. We have the Queen of Wands, Queen of Swords, and Virtue at the top with the 3 of Wands, 3 of Pentacles on the masculine, 4 of Swords on the feminine, which is interesting because I've been getting that lately, just resting your mind. You have some bad dreams, update about your twin, whatever. It may be an update, it may not be. That's why I'm not going to share the dream, because sometimes, you know, their essence can be hijacked, and I'm not going to go into all that, but usually when it's a message from God about my twin, they're not going to show me, like, you know, him getting back together with the karmic and trying to be sneaky, but I already know all that happened in the past, so or is happening. So I don't quite believe it was necessarily a message. It could have been me projecting old stuff or just, you know, some doublemint. So, and look, there's the 4 of Wands. So there's the 4 of Swords and Wands again. He's got work, perfection. Oh, mourning, 3 of Swords. So we have 2 3s, 2 4s. No, we have 3 3s. Then he has the 10 of Cups. So, feminine has the 2 of Swords. There's that 2 of Swords. 7 of Cups. There's that 7 of Cups. And then the Hermit, which represents Virgo. My twin's a Virgo. Next top card is 2 of Wands, Dominion. You choose. It's up to you. You have the power to choose. However you get there, you're going to end up where God wants you to be. Whether you say, oh, the path, the wide path, it ends up, you know, if... Unless you want to rebel to the end and then come back and do it again. I don't know if too much of that is happening anymore. As far as soul recycling and stuff, I think we're getting down to where... Anyway, those of you who follow me and listen to, you know, my dreams and stuff, yeah. And it's not just me. There's lots of people having these dreams and stuff, so, you know, why now? Well, because I think the time It's getting near to where, and that's not like, oh, the world's gonna blow up. No, it's getting time to where, your job interview is coming up, right? So what do you need to do? You got to make sure you have a haircut, you have a nice clean pressed shirt. It's the preparation work. So the ones that aren't prepared are going to be the ones who are scared. If you're not prepared, then you're going to be scared. It's one or the other. So when you're prepared, there's no fear. It's just like going to do a speech or take a test. If you didn't study, then you're going to be like, examination anxiety. But if you're prepared, you know all the information, you know your speech front to back to front, inside out, upside down, then you might have a little bit of anxiety just to, but you're prepared. There's no fear, okay? There's only like, that high energy of like, connecting with so many individuals as you give your speech or whatever. I'm just kind of thinking about when I was maybe like in high school, in college I was prepared. Ace test, did very well. I wasn't the best test taker because I didn't prepare too much. But in college, you're really responsible for your own education and studying and getting yourself to class. You don't have your mom waking you up, making sure you respond to your alarm clock and blah, 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 and drive you to school and all that. It's all on you. When you're a college student, you miss the test. I mean, unless you have a cool professor, it's all on you. Your education is your responsibility. So your education is kind of like your life, it's up to you. You carve the path of your own self-discovery or rediscovery. Rediscover you. All right. So yeah, maybe the feminine definitely is being asked to, and this is truth, okay, but let's see, there's, looks like a golden leaf and a white feather. And this white feather is kind of like stuck in this, like the earth, really. So you're taking this peace of mind and grounding it down into the earth. How do you express peace in your life? Simplicity, purity, the white feather, okay? The oneness, you with yourself, you with your team, you and God, connected through spirit. So connect to God, you don't necessarily need something. Maybe you just need some peace of mind so you can have inner peace, truth. There's that inner peace, okay? So the Divine Feminine, that's why I wanted the healing deck in Ganesha, because I really want a positive message. I'm kind of feeling a little bit of that, with the dream that I had. So there's a little bit of, maybe some shielding that needs to go on just by you having your mental faculties, going strong. No wishy-washiness. The Four of Swords isn't wishy-washy. This is resting the mind. So you can approach things from a peaceful point of view. Peace, okay, so we have truth and peace. Those flipped out, okay, when we're shuffling. So that's why I like to show that, because what comes back up, Four of Wands on his side, Seven of Cups, Two of Swords, Four of Swords on her side. Those all came up when we were shuffling. What was the next top card? Two of Wands. Can't remember what the bottom was. Oh yeah, Nine of Swords. That's why I couldn't remember. Because we just let that shit go. We let it slip and slide right off her ducktail. DuckTales, ooh. So, Two of Swords, this decision. So you have to come to a place of inner peace so that you can apply the gift that you receive from resting the mind to making this decision to bring more peace into your life. So it may not be a decision you want to make. It may be difficult. It may be telling someone you can't, live with them anymore, or, roommate, whatever, it doesn't matter. It could be all different kinds of things that, someone might get angry, get hurt. You don't want to make this decision because it's going to hurt somebody. It's going to make someone angry. How's it going to make you feel if you keep going on and not making this decision? So some meditation is in order for the Divine Feminine, because you need to choose. And choosing the twin flame path doesn't mean, oh, you're sitting around waiting for your twin. That's not a choice. That's not actively participating. So you're feeling some sort of way about this decision, this mental stuff. Okay, it's starting to make you feel like, oh yeah, I do need to make a choice, because there's an upside down cup in here that's blocking reunion. 6 of Cups is reunion. That 7th cup, it's right there in your face. Distraction, confusion. Okay, that 7th cup is the thing that you're like. But see, 7 is the number of God. So God's saying, even amidst all this cloudiness, confusion, you have to find the clarity in it. You have to perceive what your options are. And when you come from a place of a rested mind, peaceful mind, inner peace, there's only one option. So, and that's to choose the path. And like I said, it's not about waiting around for your twin flame. It's about going deep within and finding your own light, and then bringing that back out when you come out of the cave. This sage, this hermit, prophet, saint, earth angel, starseed, indigo, whatever, comes out of the cave and then shares that light with the world. It's necessary. Okay, so deep meditation. 4 of Swords, hermit. That doesn't mean you need to meditate all day. Okay, just take a nice salt bath for an hour and do your meditation while you're taking a bath. Do your meditation before you go to sleep at night while you're laying in bed. So you're killing 2 birds with 1 stone. I don't promote killing birds, but you know what I'm saying. So yeah, and there's lots of wings. Okay, it's like, kind of looks like a phoenix rising. There's owls all around. See all these bird faces. Oh, and I'll put a link to a song, Bird Tribe Rising, that I found in the last few days. So see all these birds, and then see how he has his wings spread? His wings. His arms spread. Yeah, see? I mean, you're finding your spiritual wings, okay, that carry you out of any situation and always bring you back up to the light. You can use your wings to descend and land, right? But they also carry you back up to the light. Whatever you need to do spiritually, go down ground, get down, cast some light on those shadows, illuminate them, whatever you need to do. But I think the biggest thing is to meditate, so you can make this decision, whatever it is that's going to bring more peace into your life. And even though it might seem muddled and confusing, and there's people, you're right, the dark always trying to distract and confuse and anger us and bring us into lower vibrational. And remember, the dark is just aspects of the self. Okay, all these archetype archangels, you can think of them as winged beings. Okay, you see how all these are aspects of himself. Okay, the archangels, the fallen ones, the ones of the light, the ones of the dark, these are all aspects of the self. It looks like a rainbow halo around this light up here. Like that's the light of God, and there's a little piece of the light that God gave you, that you have within you, that we all have inside of us. No matter what kind of life we've lived, what we've done, quote unquote, wrong, we all have this God light inside of us, okay? So, use this time, take advantage of this time to get really clear on what you want. Meditating will help that. Just being at peace, rest, silence, stillness. You know, if you live on a busy, trafficy street, do it at a time where it's not busy and trafficy. Or like I said, close your windows, go in your bathroom, shut the door. However you need to do to block out the noise of the world, because that's what the hermit does. He sheds the world so he can focus. Because this is what we want to get to, is these higher virtues. Patience is the number one. Number one virtue, patience. When we're impatient, we're being too attached to the 3D. So this Three of Wands, this is looking forward to all the virtues we'll gain from making the right decision. Staying positive has a lot to do with that. Let me just look at this card here for a second. Yeah, it's just a figure in white, you know, purity. Virtuous woman or man. And we have Queen of Wands at the center, okay. The oneness of masculine and feminine, the fire united, okay, through Kali. So all things that don't serve you, burned up, destroyed, okay? Creation, destruction as the birth of creation. So something needs to be destroyed in order for something to be born. So the pregnancy must end and be destroyed for a child to be born, right? You bear the child, you no longer are pregnant, so the pregnancy is done, but a new life begins. So when one door closes, another door opens. Same kind of concept, okay? So, and that's about thinking positive as well. That Three of Wands. Balanced mind, Four of Swords. The masculine is willing to work. Tangibly work, sweat, tears, having to talk, having to, you know, give up things, having to bring things in, tangible. It's like when you use a visual aid in a presentation, some people need that tangibility, and that's very, you know, masculine. Okay, so whether you're a woman or a man, that masculine energy of cooperating. This could also mean love, past trials and problems, tribulations being over, so end of problems, cooperating with the universe, and the universe cooperates back. And it's the three, so it's the Trinity, so it's the Trinity grounded down into the earth, into form. Okay. Then we have at the foundation the Queen of Swords. So the Queen of Swords, she has her sword to protect the things that she cherishes, like her intuition, her connection to spirit. Okay, so the protection, the earth being separated from the heavens as a way to protect the heavens from being infected and polluted by the 3D matrix world of anything goes society down here, right? Anything goes. You can do whatever you want. Chop your body up. Do it. Yeah. So, duh. No wonder they want it separate. They want the heavens separate from earth. So that's why you want to pull these energies down. You don't want to bring this shit into your astral travels and your dreams. You want to pull this energy down, anchored into the earth. Okay? It's like you don't want it to start backflow, like the black backflow valve or something. My dad's best friend's company is a backflow valve cover company. He makes them and sells them and stuff. So your pipes don't freeze and burst. So, you know, that's kind of like the backflow valve cover to protect the pipe from bursting and leaking into the heavens. So, you know, in a way, the earth is shield as well, okay? Because as above, so below. So the earth's protected, but really what the thing is the heavens not being infected and polluted by, you know, all this fear-based mentality, fear-based way of living that we come across so much here on earth. So the masculine, and the Queen of Swords, she's very frank, but she's also very spiritually, very, very connected with Source. So it's not that she's cold and lacks passion, but she has mastered her masculine side because she's the Queen of the Swords, okay? Here, hold on one second. Let me give my son his little whole wheat fig bars. Here, honey. You up now? You got up and you went straight into mommy's bed. Good jumps. Oh, you're gonna take them both? Okay. Get you your juice. Some juice? Here, let me have this one just one at a time. Juice? No, you don't want the juice yet? Okay. Here, let me bring you in here. Hold on, guys. Give me 1 second. You got up and cuddled in mommy's bed after you came out of your room, huh? Okay, there's that and that. I'm going to shut this window real quick because I hear. Oh, I really look at the whackers. Sprinklers. Okay. Fan off in there. We're going to leave that on. Alrighty. Alrighty, uptighty. Okay. So side of the divine masculine looks good, and remember, we have this masculine energy within us. So the feminine is good too. She's getting more, she's mastering more of her mental stuff, okay? Because it's the Queen of Swords. But remember, the mother of fire, the mother of creation, okay? The dark mother, the black matter, the mater, that's Kali. The black, red, and gold. Do you ever see those color combinations? That's what that represents, okay? The black is the matter, the void, the womb. The red is the blood, okay, the flesh. And then the gold is the spirit. So you'll see that, yeah, she has gold trident and a scepter, looks like, in her hands. Trident, okay, so again, Trinity, trident, okay. That and the Vajra are two things you'll see in Vajrayana. So again, there's a Trinity right there with the trident. So there's three, lots of, okay, Trinity, trident, there's lots of threes going on here. See, the Queen of Swords, she knows to let the spirit lead her. That's what the swords is. It's the truth, the ether, the father, okay? The masculine aspect of ourselves. So, feminine, you know what you need to do. Or we all need to do this with our feminine energy. Our feminine within. So, okay, so the masculine has the Three of Pentacles. And look at how gold and aqua, those are high vibrational colors. Aqua and gold. I don't know if the aqua is showing up very well. They're kind of making it look gray, but there's a bluish tinge to it. Okay, so, because they're stones, so. It almost kind of looks as if there's like a ship behind here or being carved out of the tree. Here, let me show you. Kind of looks like a tree trunk right here. But this boat, it looks like it's, because it's kind of part over here, part over here. It's like it's being carved out. Cooperating, okay, is letting God physically, allowing God to help you carve things out of your life that don't cooperate with where you are right now. Okay, so if people, places, and things, ideas, putting too much value on your emotions, Because we are still in the 3D. We got to make sure the bills are paid and stuff like that. That's not our focus. But once, we take care of that, cooperate with what we need to do in the 3D tangible world, and then we can focus on this stuff over here. Because if we don't take care of the 3D world, take care of ourselves, our body, our temple, be healthy, pay our bills, change the diapers, do the laundry, do the damn thing. If we don't do that, then that's going to be nagging us in the back of our mind, and we'll never be able to have peace of mind, and therefore more tangible peace starts with the mind. So, if we have a bunch of mental, could be heavy metals too. If you have a bunch of mental chatter, it takes away from your peace. It takes away from your ability to make clear decisions. So let it be carved away. But when you carve something like carving a tumor out of your body or something, it's not gonna be, eating an ice cream cone. You have to know to expect that it's not gonna feel very good. Okay? But if you know that and you're allowing for that, you're mentally prepared for that, it's not gonna be as painful. Because it's about the preparation, okay? When you're not prepared, that's when you get that really bad anxiety. You're like, oh my God, I can't do this. You're in your I can't presence instead of your I am presence. So, 4 of Wands, okay? Perfection, completion, stable fire, okay? And there's 2 pointing up and 2 pointing down. Okay, the balance of masculine and feminine. There's not 3 up and 1 down, 2 up and 2 down. Okay, and they're next to each other, so it's the polarity. See, positive, 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 negative, negative, positive. So, and it goes along the whole way. So our mind has to be aligned like this. Our emotions, our actions, our tangible physical reality needs to be stable. That's what I mean by making sure the bills are paid and all that. Okay, so this is all good, stable, 4 corners, 4 posts, very stable, right? Very, has a lot of structural integrity. So, this is the foundation. This is the home. This is where, if it's not good here, we journey out into the world, we take all this clutter with us. So our sacred space needs to be a place that fosters this peace of mind. Because if you can't have that at home, you're not going to find it out in the world. You need to create this for yourself. Create a space, create an energy of this. In your body, in your mind, in your home. This is 4 of Wands, so it's action. But it all starts with a thought. Okay, you can't put anything into action and you won't feel anything unless you have a thought that promotes that feeling. So being very mentally aware of what your thoughts are as well. And are they accurate? They may not be accurate. Hi, honey. So, but this is good. 4 of Wands. Okay, he's got the 3 of Pentacles and 4 of Wands. So he's cooperating, to build this happy home, this foundation, this sacred space with this twin flame. But it all has to start with the self first, remember. So God and self do this first. Sorry, I got one hand hugging my son, and so I'm doing this one-handed now. So then we have the 3 of Swords. Anyone get up? Okay. So there's the 3 of Swords, and that's heartbreak. But it's past, right? Any kind of heartbreak, there's never any fear or lack in the now. So whenever we're having mental issues, 9 of Swords is on the bottom. Here's the 3 of Swords, heartbreak. It starts in the mind, okay? Then it creates a feeling, and then from that feeling we act on that feeling. Or we suppress acting on that feeling. And that's a thing all its own. This is holding on to the past, people who have hurt you, situations that worked out badly, that created some kind of thought thread in your mind of some kind of I can't, because someone else told you something, so you just let that be planted in your mind. This is the I can't present. I can't presence. This is not the I am presence. So there's a little bit of this coming in, maybe because the masculine is kind of testing the waters with the Three of Pentacles, trying to cooperate with Source and how he's being guided. There may be triggers to go back to the old way, you know, being a player, whatever it is, like just being triggered to go back into the 3D, but the negative aspect of 3D, like just being attached to sex and feeling good all the time and entertainment and, you know, being pacified and put to sleep. We don't want that. So, okay. So, you know, there may be a little bit of the third dimension, like I said, that needs to be carved out, that keeps, you know, possibly attempting to lure the masculine back into the old 3D way. Okay, hold on a second. I'll put you over here, honey. Shh. Okay, here's your juice. Oh, you already drank it? Here, I'll give you some chocolate milk. Plant-based chocolate milk. Ripple, dairy-free, as it should be. I like reading labels. Hold on a second, guys. Sorry, but you know, this life. Single moms doing it all, trying to help the twin flames, trying to master the self, feed babies chocolate milk. There we go. Oh yeah, we're excited about it. Okay. There you go, hon. Honey bunnies. Super funnies. Okay. You want me to go back to work now? Yeah, I can. Thank you so much. I love you. All right. Okay. All right. So, yeah, and that's kind of what my dream was like. It was kind of like the masculine really wanting to, like, having a good sense of what he needs to do in the 3D, but it's like, so you're bringing this and applying it to the 3D, but now you're in the 3D, it's like, oh, remember why, like walking into a room, you forgot why you walked in there to get, and then you get distracted by something else. So, you know, the feminine energy within, that focus, okay, is, we need, as the divine feminine, we need to master this, because it's going to help our masculine master it. So we hold that energy, we hold that space so they can tap into that and stay focused when they're in the 3D. So they're trying to apply this knowledge of getting over their heartbreak, and really creating something good from it. So when they apply it to the tangible world, there's other aspects, other people, different things that come into play that may try to veer them off track and distract them and get them to lose focus, which, you know, this is the way of the world. If there's focus, then there's distraction, because it's duality down here. So we need to focus on this Trinity energy, okay, the two twin flames and God, Mother, Father, you know, or Father, Son, Holy Spirit. The Holy Spirit's the Mother. So we need to focus on the Trinity, withinity, mind, body, soul. We need to focus on the Trinity when we're in the 3D. Okay, so The masculine is doing well, but there's that little bit of Three of Swords comes in, of heartbreak, feeling lonely perhaps, and they want to, you know, start flirting with people, or they want to, you know, call up the karmic because, you know, they're like, it's not that they're craving sex, they're craving connection, but they don't know how, any other way to express it. Okay? They don't know what to do with that energy. So what they've always done is just, oh, I must need to, you know, have sex with someone or whatever. So, learning how to channel these energies and staying focused is very important. For the feminine, it's more having a mental hold on your emotions, okay? And for the masculine, it's staying focused when you apply your lessons to your 3D reality. Because ultimately, this is what he really wants. This is 10 of Cups. This is the happy family. This is the happy home. This is the cooperating with spirit, with your inner guidance, with the higher learning that you've gained, that the masculine has gained. He really wants to cooperate to have this, because that's really what he's focused on. But this comes up to help you focus on that. But see, it depends on what you do with it. You can take this Three of Swords and be like, oh, I just want to go, you know, go out, connect, get on Facebook, flirt with people, do whatever, you know, be that third dimensional man-child, okay? So they have the energy, they have the motivation, they have, you know, clarity, but then when they actually go to apply it, there may be a little bit of that creeping in because they're really trying to anchor it into form in this 3D reality. So, okay, you're not the hermit like on the feminine side. They're out there in the world, okay, like the masculine is. And so there can be a lot of temptation. The devil's all waiting. The devil knows what your schedule is. It's just like Santa Claus. He knows who's naughty and nice, and the ones who are nice get... Actually, it's the reverse with the devil, because they get the coal, and and the ones that have been naughty, they get all the stuffed stockings with all the candy and goodies. But I'll take the coal, you know what I mean? Because that's a diamond in the rough. So I'd rather have that than something that's going to rot my teeth any day. So, I mean, the masculine's really focused on family and home. 10 of Cups, 4 of Wands. It doesn't get any more happy family, happy home. Okay, and happy, okay, because that's what he really wants, so he knows he has to cooperate. And if you can't master the self, you can't cooperate with anybody else. And if you've mastered the self and you go out and you try to cooperate with other people who haven't mastered the self, that impedes cooperation too. So it starts with the self. You have that certain vibration. You attract your tribe. You attract others with that similar vibration. And then you can move forward. There's no distractions, no impediments, okay? Everyone vibing together, seeing eye to eye. So, you know, the ones who trigger them back into the 3D of just, you know, sex and getting on the internet, watching porn, whatever it is, okay? With my twin, it was more of a sex addiction because he was really clean every other way, never did drugs, maybe smoked weed a couple times. It just wasn't for him, you know, and he's had alcohol before, but, you know, his father was a holistic doctor and stuff, so he really has this within him, this healing ability. And I saw that in my dream as well. He was counseling someone, okay, but it was going back and forth, like, wanting to sneak off with these people, but then really wanting to sit down with me and help counsel this person. And it was amazing listening to him. Okay, I can't even remember the words, but his last name means bold counsel, and his first name means grace and love of God. So, bold love counsel. Hello. I mean, and this is it right here. This is the happy home. This is the sacred union. This is the togetherness. This is, you know, after the twin flames come together, this is what they build, this happy home, this happy family. They're cooperating with spirit, they're cooperating with each other, they're cooperating with the earth. And the earth, the universe responds, and that echo gets sent back to you. And this, you get assistance with. Building that home, building that family, creating those memories from a very good place. So, even though that Three of Swords is there, it still has a Trinity withinity. Three of Pentacles, okay, there might be a little slipping back into the old 3D when you go to apply the 3D, apply what you learned into the 3D. You know, out in the 3D world, there's going to be temptations. There's going to be distractions. So don't get lost. It's like diving for light. Remember why you went down there. Remember where you came from, because it's not about staying down there. It's about going down there, figuring out what you need to do, and then coming back up, spelunking into your life. Right? Well, you got to come back up to the surface. Okay? You need to come back up to the light of day. Okay, that rainbow halo around. This kind of looks like spelunking, right? You went into a cave. It's like the cave of the self. So let's see what oracle cards. And it went like this. So it was like Four of Wands, Three of Swords, Ten of Pentacles. So, you know, there may be a little heartache that might come in because it might trigger past memories, even past lives, but bad memories that have to do with family. And not having that Ten of Cups. Lacking that in your childhood. So there may be a little bit of this coming up for the Divine Masculine as he's thinking about this stuff, the happy family, the happy home. He may be reflecting back on his past and aspects of his family growing up that, you know, the heartbreak that is attached to that. Okay. So... So focus on what you want. Get into that deep meditative state, Divine Feminine. Because your Divine Masculine is really relying on you to hold that space and maintain that vibrational energy, that vibration of that energy, because they're going to need to tap into that. And they're not going to find it out in the world. You need to hold that space for them. And what I mean is holding certain vibrational energies so that they're actual and real and tangible and they can be tapped into. Okay? It's etheric. Yes, but it's still real, measurable. Okay? There's tools that can measure your frequency and your aura, all kinds of stuff. And this is real stuff, electromagnetic imaging and whatever, okay? I don't know all the scientifics, but so, and then I'm just gonna, let's see, let me just cut right into the middle here or something. Ace of Swords. So God's truth. And it's always available to all of us inside, okay? We don't have to go anywhere to get it. Ten of Pentacles was right next to it. So God helps you spiritually and tangibly, physically. You need money for your bills. Don't, fear is the thing that's going to block you. If you don't have fear, then what do you have? Then you have faith. Maintain that faith, which is just the deep inner knowing that, look at your track record. Was God always there for you? Did that bone heal when you got a cast and all that stuff, right? But God is the one that encoded into your cells to heal itself, to grow new tissue, okay? So let's remember Dr. God. So let's see what I'm going to shuffle these a little bit differently. This time usually I just slip one out, pull it out of the box. This I'm going to see if one pops out. So, all the white light of the unified rainbow, the God grain flow, the only flow I know, key being God. Here we go, here we grow, here we go. My son's being noisy, sorry. He just got up, he's very excited. Zozo! Hey! Thank you, a little bit too loud, buddy. Thank you, honey babies. And then we'll see what Ganapati has to say. We're at an hour right now, so we'll wrap this up. You know me with my long ass readings, y'all. I'm Capricorn. I'm thorough. I may take longer, but I don't have to go back and... It reminds me of this dude Jonathan who was had a show. He's like a hair designer or something like that. It was like a reality show. He does like $250 haircuts, whatever. But it was kind of a cool show. But he was talking about how when he went to beauty school, whatever, everyone else went home and he stayed there. Like he took like 3 hours to do his haircut, but then he didn't ever. You know, the next day everyone was like fixing theirs and stuff, and he was done, and it was perfect. And you know, so dedication. That's what I'm getting. Like. Not just focus, but being dedicated. Dedicated to your twin. Dedicated to self. Dedicated to God. Dedicated to the path. No matter what comes up, if it's not aligned with that, you gotta let it go. Or not incorporate it into your life. You have to be discerning. You have to be focused. Self-discipline. Okay? Mental clarity and stuff. It comes from a lot of self-discipline. You know, observing your thoughts, controlling your thoughts, and then you can control your emotions and your actions. It all starts with the thought. And I know I say that all the time, but it's true. This is how we do it. Because the thought comes from the ether, okay? Doesn't mean that's... There's bad things in the ether too. That's what I'm saying. The discernment. Yeah, discernment. Okay, so what I'm going to do is, since none are really... I'm going to put them back in the box and then pull how I usually do. Kindness ended up in the front. And what ended up in the back? Nurture. So being kind and nurturing. Okay, so embrace was right there. Okay, here it is. Into it. Into it. Get into it with your intuition. See how that eye sees the purity, okay, those rays of like the white, it's like water, but it's also like light. Okay, and those both represent truth. The information that's contained within the water. The information, the codes, the light codes that are contained within the light. Nope. I listen to my hunches and feelings. Zozo! Zo! I listen to my hunches and feelings. Sit quietly with a trusted friend and have the friend ask you questions, including those you have prepared. Without censoring your words, give voice to the thoughts that come from deep within. That voice is your intuition. Okay, and hermetizing. For the Divine Feminine, I'm really feeling, you know, we really need to tap into that truth of God and see things clearly. You know, because this truth, our divine counterpart, whether you're masculine, feminine, so the feminine energy within us, we need to hold that space for the other part of us, okay, and that other part in our twin. Hold that space of truth, okay? There's a rainbow. That's also God, the white light, the water, the purity of the truth of God. It's in your intuition. It's already gifted to you when you're born. You can choose to rebel against it and shut it down, or you can accept and embrace it and allow, okay? Embrace is right there. So embrace your intuition. And then lighthearted was the next one, Okay, so being lighthearted, because intuition doesn't always need to be, you know, you can be intuitively guided by your body to buy the fruits and vegetables, the grains, whatever you need that your body needs more, like B vitamins. So you're going to crave miso soup or something, you know, so being, you know, intuitive nutrition, okay, is very, valuable, because when you're more in tune with yourself and your body, then you're more in tune with nature and others and animals and what everything needs, okay? Because it's about healing. And healing comes from a place of balance, balanced mind, the body, the alchemy of the mind, the emotions, the actions, okay? They need to be aligned. It's aligned! Aligned! You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You know that movie? You know what I'm saying? That used to be my favorite movie. He ain't even got a license, Lisa. Alright. I love weird science.
Those boys are so cute.
So, Ganapati. Kind, benevolent, wise, patient, loving, humble, virtuous Ganesh. I guess Ganesh is the elephant. Ganesha is the god, I don't know. I like Ganapati. Because it sounds like Wapati. Alright, let's see what we get here. We'll just do this one quickly. We don't want to be too far over an hour. Oh, we got these all messed up down here now. Jeez, lady. What's wrong with you? What's right with you? Let's focus on that. Let's focus on what's right with us. You see someone crying? Hey, what's right? What's right with you? Some people might want to punch you in the face, but for saying that, no. So let's see what message Ganesha. I won't read too much into the book and make it too long. I'll just kind of go intuitively with what we're guided to focus on. According to Ganesh, Ganapati, Ganesha, what message do you have for the twin flames? Did I say all the white light of the unified rainbow, the God grain flow, the only flow I know, key being God, here we go, here we grow, here we glow. Zo. Zo. He's getting a little excited, and he's up now. He's got his juice, his fig bars flowing. Alright, let's see. See if any want to fall out. You want to... Ooh, that almost popped out. You guys want to give me one or what? Oh, okay. Very interesting because I already saw that pop out and I was going to pick it and then it... So protection is on the bottom. And I was kind of saying that there needs to be a little bit of shielding. Okay, I think I said that when the cards were popping out, the tarot cards when I was first shuffling. So, you know, this word sheath, S-H-E-A-T-H, sheath, because I kept seeing that like on the Knave of Swords, or the King of Swords in a deck. I was like, the sheath, like the protective covering for your sword. Or like your gun holster, or whatever, like, okay, the sword is more ancient, so I like to use that reference, but the sheath, okay, that protects the sword. Okay, it protects it from being dull. Okay, so your sword is your truth, your virtue. But what it does is it also protects others. Okay, they may not be ready for that truth. Because the truth can hurt. So it's to protect others who aren't ready for truth. That sheath. Okay. And this is card 23, which reduces to 5. That's empowerment. That's really, you know, taking charge. When these distractions try to come in, you protect and shield, and you use your power from your Manipura, your solar plexus. That's your power center. That's your I am presence. That's trusting your intuition. Tapping into those higher virtues and putting that out into the world. Zozo. Sorry, he makes repetitive sounds and movements, so if that's annoying, I'm sorry. It annoys me too sometimes, so, you know, if you hear that in the background, whatever. Comment section will be closed anyways. So, oh yeah, I almost forgot these cards that came out. Okay, are there 2 or 3? Oh, there's 3. Prosperity, concentration, decision. Okay, so prosperity, this is, I'm kind of getting for the divine masculine, and look at the red, orange, yellow, and it's like guiding him. See how it's behind him? Guiding him. Okay? It's behind him, ushering him forward. That little nudge, always behind him, ushering him forward. Okay, and that goes with the, empowerment card. Hold on one second, because this is getting too loud now. Okay, you got your tricycle spinning the wheels, or go in the room. Whether or not I was doing a reading, I can't. Not too happy about that, but Mommy needs her sanity too. And I need to get this reading out for you. Okay. So this is the red. Okay, so base, root chakra, the Muladhara, and then the Swadhisthana, that's the sacral, and then the Manipura. So those lower 3 chakras, very masculine, okay? So I'm really getting this for the side of the masculine, because he has 4 of Wands, 10 of Cups, 3 of Pentacles, with cooperating, okay? The cooperation is going to lead to this prosperity of the 4 of Wands and 10 of Cups for the divine masculine. So he's really tapping into that power center. So I really feel like that's energy the divine masculine's working with. And for it to be clear and healed and all that, because there's sacral, root, all that. So for it to be the virtuous aspect of these chakras and not the dark aspect, the divine feminine really needs to concentrate and focus, protect and shield. I'm really getting these for the divine feminine. So decision and concentration. And that's a 9. We have 9 of Swords on the bottom of the tarot deck. Okay, and this is a 31, which is a 4. Okay, so that 4 of Swords, 2 of Swords. We need to get clear. We need to concentrate. 4 of Swords. We need to concentrate in order to make that decision. 2 of Swords. So those are perfect for the divine feminine. So I think she got those 2 and he got that one. What was the... yeah, empowerment. So I also believe the empowerment goes with the prosperity. And they do go hand in hand. You can't be prosperous unless you put forth that energy. Okay? Kali creates, but she also destroys. You know, there has to be something ending for something new to begin. So tapping into these chakras, the dark aspects of them have to be healed, cleared. It needs to end in order for it to be tapped into and used for prosperity and empowerment. Applying your authenticity to your life through the solar plexus, through your power center. So that's the only way the divine masculine is going to find prosperity. It's not going to be in any other way. he has to invoke that. Okay, it's not going to be, he's going to be nudged and pushed to invoke that. It's not just going to be freely given to him. Okay, it looks like there's an olive branch in each one of his hands too. So 2 of swords is truce, and he has 2, 1 in each hand. Well, he's got like 6 arms, but and there's, you know, pineapple, so that's very pineal gland. There's grapes, which are abundance. The olive branch, peace. There's 2 little golden pots, and he also has pomegranates, which means prosperity because all the seeds. I think the Greek name for him has something to, it's something, because there's so many seeds, it's very prosperous, okay? Very prolific, very abundant. As you think of a pomegranate, okay? Those seeds are, each one is the potential of a new tree, right? So the potentiality of prosperity in a pomegranate is very high. High levels of prosperity. So, and 10 of Cups, you know, this is, I'm getting more of the 4 of Wands from the empowerment and 10 of Cups from the prosperity. Okay. And this also is going to help him cooperate 3 of Pentacles instead of being in heartache through the mind, 3 of Swords. Okay. Because remember, all emotions start with a thought. So if you're thinking heartbreak, you're going to feel heartbreak. Then you're going to go act out heartbreak in the world. And that's not anchoring spirit into form. Okay, so, and promise of the future. Okay, so future came with the last fairy card that I pulled. That future card wanted to keep showing itself. So, you know, it says promise of the future. And it's an 8. That's the infinite connection you have with your twin flame, self, and God. It's karmic, it's balance, it's heart-centered consciousness, 3 chakras above, 3 chakras below, and you're at the 4th chakra right in the center, the heart chakra. Clear channel. So, you know, there is that promise of the future. It's kind of like the hermit coming out of the cave too, right? See the golden light. He's going towards the light. The light is pushing him. And he wants it, okay? His higher self is guiding him. It's not just outside, it's within. So his higher self is guiding him, pushing him along, fueling him, okay? That empowerment. He's being aided. He doesn't have to do it alone. There's abundant help from the universe, from your creator. So yeah, that fire, some things are going to need to be burned away. That 3 of Swords, that's keeps bringing that 3 of Swords energy back into here. Kali, the Mother of Wands, at the core of it. Whatever needs to be burned away, that's impure, that's not aligned with the truth of God, the virtue crowning, okay, 3 of Wands. That's what I was like, promise of the future, where it wasn't just the Hermit, okay, the 3 of Wands, promise of the future. And it says, promise. And then protection at the bottom. Promise of protection as well, okay, you're protected as well. You're being divinely guided, divinely protected, divinely promised. So that's an 8. Protection is 20, which is a 2. 2 very, you know, partnership. That's a lot of twin flame numbers, okay? 2 and 8. What were these ones? 23, which is 5. My twin was born at 5:55. Then we have 45 for prosperity. That's a 9. We're going to trade in that 9 of Swords for prosperity. Because our thoughts are the things that hold us back. And alienate us from other, you know, our thoughts can create an emotion that creates an action that alienates us from others, and people don't want to cooperate with us. Or we resent them for rejecting us instead of looking at ourselves and saying, we chose this, we made this happen this way. What did I do or didn't do? What I did or didn't do? Because it's about the self. That's where it starts. And the first part of the self in which it starts is the thoughts, before it can manifest into form. So the Divine Feminine really needs to hold that space of full bore, very just focused, make those decisions, concentrate, choose wisely, because your masculine counterpart and the masculine within you is going to need that high virtuous energy to tap into, to figure out how to move forward, what their tangible life should look like, how to build that happy home, how to create that happy family. So the job of the Divine Feminine is just hold those higher virtues. Okay, rest your mind, 4 swords, hold those higher virtues. Hermit, 7 of cups, 2 of swords. This is all decision, going within, focusing on what, deciding on what you need to focus on. Deciding on what you need to concentrate on. It's up to you what you want to concentrate on, you decide. The decision is yours. But if you concentrate on something that's more valuable to you and your journey, rested mind, truce, peace, then your twin's going to be able to tap into that, okay? I know I'm repeating myself, but it's very important to remember that you're not just helping yourself and the collective, this is for your twin too. So concentrating so that you can make the decision that best serves your highest good. Because what serves your highest good is what serves the highest good of all, and your twin. And it's the thing that's aligned with God, that's virtuous. So positive thinking, it all starts with the thought. So if you can let your thoughts be positive, then prioritizing in that way helps everything else self-prioritize. You put God first, right? You master your thoughts, and everything else falls into order, falls into place. So concentrate on the number one thing that you need to make a decision on, and go forth with confidence from a place of balance and rested mind, and deep inner remote viewing. It's like remote viewing, but of the self. You kind of remove yourself from yourself so you can observe yourself. That's what the Hermit does. He not only sheds the world, but he sheds everything that he's collected as an attachment to the world. You have to relinquish it all, be emptied out. It's like cleaning out a room. Just empty it all out. Just like on those home shows where they have to clean out a cluttered room. What they do is they empty the whole room out. Everything. Furniture, everything off the wall. Anything that's hanging up on the ceiling. Anything, everything. And then you donate some stuff. You throw away some stuff. And some stuff that you keep that you put back in the room. After you've cleaned it, purged it. Now you set it up exactly how you want it. Starting from emptiness. So this is releasing not just the world, but the parts of the world that have encroached on your psyche, on your emotional body, your mental body, physical body, okay? It can take a toll on all those. So, doing that deep inner reflection, right? The self as a mirror. So removing yourself from yourself so you can observe yourself clearly, and then come back into self after you've been emptied out. Then you bring the things that are actually aligned with who you truly are, your virtues, bring those back before you emerge back out into the world, because that's what you want to share and shine into the world. That's why you have to hermitize and be isolated so you can figure out how to do all this. And this is where it starts. I'm saying it all starts with the mind concentrating so you can make the decisions in your life that are best, you know? So, and what was the healing card? Oh yeah, the Intuit. Okay, so cool. All right. I hope you guys enjoyed that. It was about an hour and a half. I wanted to try to keep it like a little bit under an hour, but you know, this is kind of how it flows when I do a reading. It's usually at least an hour to an hour and 15, hour and 20. So you got a little bonus of me chattering on and repeating myself. So about 10 minutes worth of that. Okay, there was quite a bit of shuffling because all those cards popping out and stuff. And then you saw how they came back with that 4 of Swords, 2 of Swords, ones that were peeking out, like the seven of Cups. And then what did he have on his side that came back? I can't remember. The 4 of Wands, right. Okay, so, all right, I hope that helped in at least one way for at least one people. I hope at least one peep got one thing out of that. So, I love you all. Blessings to you all. Peace be upon you all. And happy solstice for June 2017. I love you.